Hello, and a very warm welcome to each of you. It's truly wonderful to have you join us. Today, we're going to explore some crucial information about protecting your retirement money and assets after 70. It's a tough thing to think about, but many older adults unknowingly face risks that could quietly drain their savings, undermine their independence, or leave them vulnerable to manipulation. Protecting your assets in your later years takes more than common sense. It requires awareness, strategy, and a few grounded rules that often go unspoken. Safeguarding against unchecked financial control. One of the most straightforward ways people unintentionally lose their assets after 70 is by granting too much financial control to someone else. Often, this is done with the best of intentions, aiming to simplify life or get help with bill payments. However, what may seem like a minor act of trust can quickly become a situation that is challenging to reverse. While you might strongly believe your loved ones would never take advantage, it's not always about malicious intent. Sometimes it stems from genuine mistakes, misunderstandings, or pressures within their own lives that you might not foresee. When you provide someone access to your accounts through joint ownership, a power of attorney, or by co-signing, you are essentially handing them the keys to your financial life. They gain the ability to move money, make significant decisions, and in many instances, act without informing you. Such power can be inherently dangerous, particularly if you are not fully aware of the legal rights you are giving away. Unfortunately, once funds disappear or decisions are made in your name, recovering what's lost is rarely simple. It's vital to remember that trusting someone, even a close family member, does not mean you should completely relinquish control. While legal tools like power of attorney are not inherently problematic, they must be established with explicit limits, checks, and thorough documentation. After 70, safeguarding your assets often boils down to preserving your decision-making power, because once that is surrendered, it is incredibly difficult to regain. Addressing the small leaks in your finances. Another often overlooked way people quietly lose assets after 70 isn't through major financial blunders, but through the continuous, unnoticed, small leaks. Many older adults continue to pay for services they no longer use, no longer need, or may have even forgotten they subscribe to. Recurring expenses have a way of blending into the financial background, consistently appearing month after month, silently eroding your retirement savings. Whether it's an old magazine subscription, a streaming service left unwatched for years, or insurance coverage that has become redundant, these seemingly minor charges accumulate faster than most people realize. This isn't always about outright overspending. It's frequently a consequence of outdated spending choices that were sensible 5 or 10 years ago, but no longer align with your current life. After 70, your financial priorities naturally shift. You might drive less, travel less frequently, or no longer require the same types of insurance coverage you once did. However, companies often rely on automated payment systems and auto-renewals to continue collecting funds from individuals who either forget or prefer to avoid the perceived bother of canceling. And when your income becomes more fixed, even seemingly small recurring charges begin to hold greater financial significance. There's also a psychological aspect. As we age, many of us develop a natural apprehension towards change. We tend to cling to routine, even if that routine is no longer serving our best interests. It's about ensuring your hard-earned assets are directed towards things that genuinely enhance your quality of life. Embracing diversified income for stability. One of the most essential yet frequently overlooked rules for protecting your financial well-being after 70 is the principle of not putting all your eggs in one basket. Many older adults exhibit a heavy reliance on a single primary source of income, typically Social Security or a pension. While these sources are undoubtedly important, they are not always perfectly stable, nor do they often adequately keep pace with the ever-increasing cost of living. When your entire livelihood depends on a singular income stream, even a minor disruption can feel like a devastating earthquake. This is precisely why diversifying your income, even through modest means, transforms into a vital form of financial protection. Diversifying your income after 70 does not necessarily imply taking on a part-time job or venturing into complex stock market investments. It can be as straightforward as identifying small, consistent streams that ease your financial burden. Options such as a carefully structured annuity, generating rental income from a downsized property, or even transforming a cherished hobby into a modest side business can provide invaluable flexibility. When life inevitably presents its surprises, having multiple income sources empowers you to adapt without succumbing to panic. There is also a profound psychological benefit to knowing you possess more than one safety net. It inherently diminishes fear. It instills a powerful sense of ownership over your financial future, rather than feeling entirely at the mercy of bureaucracy or escalating costs. Relying solely on Social Security can feel akin to navigating a tightrope without a safety net. Diversification isn't merely a financial tactic. It's a comprehensive life strategy for aging with resilience and enduring independence. The critical need for up-to-date estate planning. Many people hold the belief that once a will has been created or a trust established, their estate is fully protected and all related concerns are permanently resolved. However, the crucial reality is that estate plans are living documents, and if they are not regularly reviewed and updated, they can inadvertently become problematic traps rather than reliable safeguards. Outdated documents, ambiguous instructions, or neglected beneficiary designations can sadly lead to expensive legal disputes, strained family relationships, or, in unfortunate cases, assets being distributed to entirely unintended recipients. Tragically, most individuals only grasp the extent of the problem when it is too late for straightforward correction. Life circumstances are constantly evolving, but legal paperwork does not update itself. Perhaps you have remarried. Perhaps a cherished individual you once trusted has passed away or relocated. Perhaps you have acquired new assets or sold off previous ones. All of these shifts directly influence how your estate should be managed, and if your existing documents do not accurately reflect these changes, the courts will be left to interpret your intentions, and their interpretation may very well be incorrect. This is a silent loophole that has left numerous families shocked and heartbroken, particularly when a distant relative or former spouse unexpectedly receives assets intended for someone else. Keeping it current is one of the most loving and responsible actions you can take, not merely for your assets, but for the people you cherish deepest. As we wrap up this video, I want you to take a quiet moment to reflect on the 4 essential rules we've explored today. Which one stood out to you the most? Each rule holds its own kind of wisdom, and together, they create a strong foundation to help you age with confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. This isn't just about money. It's about your freedom, your dignity, and your ability to shape the life you want in your later years. Now it's time to protect what you've built, not just for your sake, but for those who love you and look up to you. Thank you for joining us today.